Another beautiful day in Villedor. Hi guys, long time no see. Oh wait, I know I said it would be like a week or something, but I just have something to talk about it. A little disclaimer before we begin, like this video won't have much value to you, probably. It won't be like life-changing or something. But yeah, today's topic is dystopia, ghosts and food. And I don't mean ghosts as of like real ghosts or something like from Silent Hill. What I mean by that is that we are the ghosts. I've been cleaning my house lately and I just was looking around and thinking like, damn, it looks like no one lives in here. Seriously. If I just packed my things, it was like I never lived in this house. Like ever. And that just made me think like how much impact I had during all these years. I mean, I was in school, so I couldn't just have massive impact. But it feels surreal to see the place you've been growing up for like past 10 years and it's empty after everything. It's just empty. And the building that I live in will last only for like 20 more years, and in 20 years it will be like 2045, so you know, it's basically cyberpunk by then, and probably they're gonna be just like one big mega block instead of the house that I grew up in. And it saddens me because all the houses, everything we as people just did will vanish, and just for new generations of people and young people that are struggling to get houses because probably the prices will only gonna go higher, and after everything we will just become ghosts of the past, looking at the places that we grew up in as a big mega blocks without any soul. The benches we were sitting on when we were kids just vanished, and instead there is like grocery store or something. A grocery store with a massive amounts of unhealthy, like disgusting food. I've been watching lately a lot of videos about food, and I can recommend a channel led by Kiana Doherty. You will be shown on the screen right now and probably link in the description or something. But yeah, she's been making a lot of videos about food and it's hell of a interesting, mainly because there's like some amounts of editing, but it's not like hyper edited, which is something that I personally like. I just hate that nowadays everything has to be massively edited, and like it's losing its charm of just being a video about something about like informative or something that someone has to say. Sometimes these videos about bad food actually look like promotional material. Like you see these foods and they show you like this food and it looks like tasty and hell of entertaining, and your dopamine is basically frying itself while watching educational video, and you basically won't remember anything because of this style of editing. But her videos actually have value and actually are not that much edited, so I appreciate it and just go check her channel. But yeah, I've been watching her videos and I just got disgusted by the food because I've been eating frozen pizza for like years now. Not every day, but like once every 1 or 2 weeks. And I never noticed like how bad it could be for me, because you know, I'm like, oh yeah, one frozen pizza won't make a difference, right? But I probably shaved like 5 years for my lifespan, and that's what saddens me the most, because I personally want to live longer than like 20 years. But it's the same case that was with cigarettes back in like 1920, where people were just amazed by the effects of cigarettes and were just smoking back every day. And who would have thought, like 10 years later, all of them were spitting black goo out of their lungs. And it's the same scenario with us right now. We've been just conditioned to like chicken nuggets that don't even have any chicken, or frozen pizza that doesn't even have like cheese in it, or tomatoes, like remnants of these things, because it's like destroyed into like molecules and shit. You don't have any healthy ingredients in there, and everything is made in a factory. And I've been watching like how it's made with the sausages, and you know, people were saying like, when you see how sausages are made, you won't be eating them that much. And I was always like, yeah, but they're good. And lately I've been like, my god, like sausages are made in these like dirty pumps of goo that doesn't even resemble sausage. And we've been eating that shit for years, and our parents were feeding us this shit because, you know, they were working and they didn't have time to make a normal meal, so we had to just eat this shit up because there was no other choice. It's either die or eat this, right? And especially it's the case with kids that have to eat what their parents are making. And if your parents are making like, yeah, let's eat frozen pizza for today, and the kids are like, yay, pizza, like, this trend has to stop. Like, this has to stop. Like, make kids smarter than the parents, or make parents smarter than like no one, just make them smarter. Because honestly, it's killing us, not as society or something, but killing us as human beings. And it's the same with housing prices. Like, you can't find a nice home anymore. You have to just look for 1-bedroom apartment and hope that it will be cheaper than other ones, especially if you live in places like in fucking London or even Warsaw. Like, for us Polish people, it's like living in Warsaw equals being rich. But I heard that in London, or like in some places in America, California or something, the prices are like outrageous. And to the high prices, as that food is slowly killing us and people have to work absolutely shitty jobs that they hate just to eat another frozen pizza and survive another day. And the modern world is basically killing us at this point. Like, everything, entire world is against you and me. At least it feels like that, because, you know, I've been worried that, hey, what if I can't afford a house? What if I will never afford my own house? The plan is to just kill us and numb us with the food and the TikToks and corn addictions and everything. It's just like, we won't even live to the moment where we actually can afford a house. Even if you get rich, and you will actually be able to do so, you won't live long enough to appreciate it for long enough, unless you start making healthy choices. But even that is difficult nowadays. You have antibiotics in chicken, like basic ass chicken, and everything is unhealthy. The rain has like elements from the nearest factory, and it's irrigating our food, like potatoes. And we are still eating this, and there's like no alternative to this. So it's either we live for a short period of time, like we are fucking cavemans, or we die immediately because we don't eat. Like, there's literally no other choice. And yeah, if you are like rich or wealthy and you can afford foods from a farmer, then it's like you're probably in good position in life, probably, because the world is going only further, and even with time your farmers will actually sell the land to just like create massive factories, or even, I don't know, Nestle or something will buy these lands to create another factories of unhealthy food. And that's it. That will be entire worldwide shipment of food. Like, everyone will be forced to eat shit. And after everything, like struggling with food, struggling to get a house, we don't have any real possessions. We are just numbing ourselves with even playing games. It's like we are just obedient to all these plans, all these evil plans. And we don't even have a will to fight anymore. Sometimes we think we do, like we have this burst of motivation to do something, but it quickly burns out. And that's because we are not used to it. I mean, not used to it as a person, but as a species. And we were living savagely for massive amount of time. And the amount of time we were living in these like houses, in cities, working for like 8 hours a day, it's been too short. And the world just goes way too fast for us to actually get used to it. And while the world still goes on, we just stand in one place. Because not only we don't want to actually get used to it, we would just like to sit in our cave and just do nothing and maybe, I don't know, go hunting, right? But instead we are forced to work for someone else that we don't even know or don't even like. And we are forced to live in places that we probably can't even manage because the landlord doesn't want anything to be moved or something, and you basically have to live in a place that you don't even like. It's a miserable position to be in. And we as a species, we're not used to it. And there's no stopping this. The world will only go further. The world will release a new iPhone that literally at this point you shouldn't even care about if you watch my videos. Like seriously, just buy a single phone for like $100 or $200 and that will be it for you. And after these 20 years when my buildings are actually run down or something and I basically have to look for a new home and nothing will be satisfying for me because everything will be optimized for us to be working ants, to just go to work, be there for like literally 10 hours and go back, eat shitty pizza, so your motivation is on all-time low. And I've been worried whether my kids will be able to actually live in a world that I remember when I was young, and whether it will be actually be a dystopia where my kids will be like glued to their phone and there will be not a single tree in the vision. At this point we probably won't even have windows if I couldn't afford anything or something. But yeah, this one is like sad, not so much positive energy. I mean, in Poland it's like there won't be massive changes probably to like the housing and everything, because we have some vintage buildings in here you can live in, so probably I'm in a safe place. But imagine what will happen in America or literally any bigger country. But yeah, that was just something that I had on my chest about this food, about like this passing time, houses and everything, because I'm personally just scared. And I'm not scared of the future, like whether I will have enough money to live, but of the future as in overall. Because I want to live in a place where I actually have trees. I want to live in a place where people are actually happy. that they are there, and everything we do actually matters, rather than be a cog in mega corporations machine. But let's look on the positive side. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not like preaching the downfall of humanity to you. I'm just telling you how I see it, and maybe it will actually be better. But even with this unhealthy food, people are actually waking up and starts eating healthy. But as I said, even healthy options like this bio shit or something telling you that it's healthy, it's not healthy. But nowadays people actually like cook for themselves and start to actually live more healthy, like with more movement and shit. So maybe it's not over. Like, we as humans have a will to actually fight this system and fight everything, even if it's like not so much visible. So maybe, just maybe, there's still hope that everything I just said is basically worthless, and I hope it is. Trust me, I hope this video is worthless, because if it's gonna be a piece of that I knew something before it happened, I'm gonna be actually sad and mad about it. Like, trust me, I want this video to do well, but to be worthless. Like, absolutely worthless, with this like housing problem, with us being ghosts. Like, we'll probably, if it all happens, we probably won't even leave a mark on this earth. Like, every single day someone leaves a mark, but with the internet rising, it's actually like a void. Where, seriously, do you remember who you've been watching when you were a kid? Like, you probably unsubscribed to so many channels and you don't watch them anymore, and they are not relevant for you anymore. And it just loses its magic. Like, in music industry, we still remember the stars from 90s or even 80s. Yet we can't remember what we were watching yesterday on YouTube Shorts or something. I mean, no one watches YouTube Shorts, like, let's be serious. Probably on like TikTok or Instagram, whatever. Wherever anyone watches Shorts, but please, like, I implore you to just stop and quit this addiction. I know it will be hard, but trust me, the results are absolutely worth it. So yeah, ending on this positive note, we're ending this video, and see you probably in like this weekend, or maybe even earlier. I don't know, but see ya. I hope you have a good time living on this earth, and I hope you will have a great day thinking about what I just said. So, see ya.